And I'll do the short version of my story on 9/11. But again, it's because there's 3,000 people that were never able to share where they were on that day. And at the time, I was a 21-year-old kid. I was Joey. I was Junior. Okay, Joey Padula, Junior. And I was working for my father, construction. You know, he was the business owner. And so we were doing a job down there, a block and a half away, downtown. You had the North Tower, the South Tower. We were closest to the South Tower, our building. So what we were doing, the building was gutted, and we were bringing all the new stuff in to install and set up the whole bit. That's what we were doing. So Monday night on September 10th, that's when we brought all the stuff there, and then Tuesday morning, that's when we start working and getting it all done. So I meet up with Jeff, my foreman. Okay, shout out to Jeff. I love you, brother. You're always a jerk to me, but I love you. Never forget that. Needed a hug or something as a child, you know. And so we meet up in Jersey, and I parked my, what was it, the Firebird. I parked the Firebird with the T-tops, okay, in the Kmart parking lot of Paramus, New Jersey.
With the cassette stuck in that only played one song?
I had 6 CD discs.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you were a player.
I thought I was. I really did. I had floor mats that said Padoosh, okay? Joe Padoosh Pig. Right. I really thought I was somebody at the... And this plays a role into the story because none of that stuff matters. All right? Just remember that. All that crap that you think is so cool and important, it doesn't. And I fall victim to that too. Oh, I got to get the new phone. Right. But nonetheless, so Jeff, he picks me up. We're getting our coffee. We're smoking our cigarettes. We're cigarette smokers at the time. No more cigarettes. Cigars are all good. But the cigarettes, okay, boom. We drive down there. His Dodge Intrepid. And yeah, nice car, a little bouncy. But nonetheless, we take the Holland Tunnel down to downtown Manhattan, and we park in a Battery Park parking garage down there, boom, which is a block away from the South Tower.
Yeah.
So we start working. We're inside, okay, and beautiful day. September 11, 2001 in New York was a gorgeous day, weather-wise, okay? Not a cloud in the sky. It was just awesome 75, 82-degree weather. And we're in there, we're working. On the radio was Howard. We're listening to Howard Stern, and we hear that a plane hit the North Tower. Okay, that's the tower further from us, and like what idiot hits on a beautiful day like this? What idiot is not able to miss? You know, that was the mentality. Nobody was thinking terrorism. We're like, moron, right? So Jeff goes, "Hey Junior, pack up your stuff. It's about smoke break anyway. Junior, pack up your stuff. We're gonna go we'll grab a cigarette, we'll grab a coffee, we'll go take a look." I go, all right. So we're packing up our stuff, and then. That's when, over our head, you hear the roar, roar, roar. It's the engines of this other plane. And then all of a sudden, boom! The building shakes that we're in. The second plane just hit the second tower, the South Tower. The emergency lights go on in the building we're in. Jeff goes, come on, Junior, let's go. So we go down these emergency stairs. Jeff opens up the doors. And there they are. There's the North Tower. There's the South Tower. Right there. The South Tower right next. And all you see, as soon as you open the door, you go, holy sh... You see this, the flames, the bright orange flames. This black smoke. So thick and dark. Just pouring out. Papers flying down everywhere. Pieces of office furniture. And you're like, what the f is going on here? The guy behind me that comes out, Machine Gun Mike. His nickname's Machine Gun Mike because he's got a nervous tick. Every time he gets nervous, he laughs like a machine gun. Right. So Machine Gun Mike, he comes out. Hey, Junior, and he's nervous. And Jeff is like, Junior, come on, let's go see what we can do. So we start heading to the South Tower, the base of the South Tower. And there's a cop there, okay? You know, they got the security at the World Trade Center. And so there's a cop there. And the cop says, stop, you have to go south. You can't come here, you got to. And then that's when you see falling is these silhouettes from the top. And then here's 7 World Trade Center. Smack. It's these people. It's people dropping down, and you're looking up, and the way that the sun's coming in, you just see the silhouettes of them. And the cop's like, go. You got to move south. At this time, there was a cab that was parked, and he had 1010 winds on. That's the AM news station over there. And that's when we heard that the Pentagon was just hit, right? Mm-hmm. And we also heard that there was 25 other planes unaccounted for at this point. And that's when Jeff goes, Junior, we got to get the frick off this island. So we were told that the island was quarantined. You couldn't drive into Manhattan. You couldn't drive out of Manhattan. The only way you can get in and out was the ferries were still operating to get off the island, and walking over the bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge has a walkway, and you could walk over the Brooklyn Bridge. That's the only way you could get out of the island. You couldn't drive off of it. You couldn't drive into it. So Jeff's like, okay, we're gonna go walk up to, the Hoboken ferry, because the mission was just to get home. Gotta get home. Gotta get off this island. So we start walking towards the Hoboken ferry, but before we even get anywhere, that's when you hear this crack. And you look up, and the sound tower is now doing this, and it's so tall. It is so friggin' tall, because it doesn't look real that it's collapsing down in front of you, and that's when you start hearing this hiss, and then warm air. Chemical taste, and then all of a sudden, Jeff Jr. run, grabs me by the collar, and we start booking. We're booking. People are dropping the satchels, briefcases, whatever. They're just dropping. They're running. Jeff is now running south. He's running to this. See, this guy's a smart guy. You know what I mean? No matter what, even in panic, he has a plan. He's running to the Staten Island ferry. Okay. So we're booking, and that is getting louder, and then all of a sudden, ping, 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 ping. You're getting hit with this, and you look back, and behind you is now the width of the alley, 4 stories high, rolling dark gray thunder that is roaring at you that looks solid. And you just start, you're running it, but it's catching. And you see it. You see it swallowing people, okay? You see this, and the pieces are coming out faster. They're coming out harder. And now they're hurting. And then we're just about to get onto the ferry. They're closing the ferry doors. Jeff goes, hold those freaking doors. And we jump on the ferry. 2 other people that were following us jump on with us. And then it swallows you. You can't breathe. You can't see. You hear people screaming. You hear people crying. You hear people panicking. Unbelievable. You also hear because there's 7 boats in the harbor. You hear they're using the foghorn to communicate so they don't run into each other, to get the hell out of there. So, okay. So everyone, they got the face covered, the things over the shirts over the mouth. We get about halfway to Staten Island, and we can finally see again. And we're on the S end of that ferry there, and it's starting to clump up on you now. It's drying on you. It's a hot day. It's a hot day. The stuff is drying on you. You got you cut up everywhere, and it's drying in the cuts, and everyone's got the reverse raccoon eyes because they're rubbing it out of their face. People are still screaming for doctors, and that's when I pulled out my wallet for some reason, and in it was my enlistment card. When you turn 18, and you have to sign up for the draft.
Selective service.
Yes, selective, right. And for some reason, that was the first thing in my wallet. And that's when I go, I'm going to war. I don't know what to. Just like you said earlier, dog. You didn't know what to. But I think that was the sentiment that we all had, that we were going to war. We don't know what to, but it's got to happen. We get to Staten Island. Thank God for Jeff. If you want the long story, I'll send the links into here. I've told it before. I don't want to get into it. I just want to make sure that you remember where you were. No matter how different your story is to mine, it holds the same value. My story's not better than yours. It's not lesser than yours. We all shared that experience. And like what Marty Ray said earlier, we have to unite. We are way too divided right now. 19 years later, you got cities burning the flag that was on every car, that was up on every highway overpass, that was everywhere. The hell is wrong with you? It is time to never forget, always remember, and unite. So yeah, don't forget where you were 9/11. Don't forget that feeling that you had, because I think you have. Don't just remember it one day a year. That doesn't work.